We'll figure
Well,
it out.
actually, it worked out perfect because
We're live. Yes.
yeah.
Great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Herpreneur Network's Her Talks 2024. My name is Dr. Angela House, and I am your host for this evening. The Herpreneur Network is a network of Christian women in business and in ministry. And this talk show is a platform to highlight not only members that we have in this ministry, but you, if you would like to showcase your business, get some visibility, you can see at the bottom, it says contact me at a house at theherpreneurnetwork.com. So we are going to get started, and I am so excited tonight. I have a very special guest. We have Master Coach Michelle Martin Bonner. She is the CEO of Amen Empowerment. She is also a ambassador and a very active and integral part of this network. And we are happy that she found enough time to be with us tonight. So we're going to ask her some questions about her experiences, what she brings to the table. So, Michelle, take your time and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, good evening, and thank you so much, Master Coach Angela. It's always good to see you. I'm always, just in awe of you and your beauty and your grace. And I just want to make sure that, as I mature, that I also mature with such wisdom and grace.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Yes, yes, it is. It is, I mean, every time I see you, I just love you. So you just say that. I
It's
just
mutual. I love you too.
in the world of you. And so thank you so much for having me this evening. I'm Michelle Martin Bonner. I am the CEO of Amen Empowerment. I am a herpreneur, her ambassador. I'm part of the Herpreneur Network. And I've been a part of the network for probably over a year now, probably going on a year and a half or so or more. And as a master coach focused on leadership and development, AIM Empowerment, that is what we do. And so I'm also a speaker. I'm a national #1 Amazon best-selling author, along with yourself, on our project, Overcomer Woman 2.0. And so what I've gotten out of the network is really just a push. So push to really do the things that have been on my to-do list, things that I've thought about, things that probably had I not joined the network would have taken me a little bit longer. And I don't know, maybe if I would have done them or not. So, I've actually written 2 books since being in the network. And again, just raising more visibility, working on building my brand, and just making sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do for myself.
Awesome. I saw that our president is in here listening today. We have a Hello Beautiful Queens from the wonderful and fantastic and amazing Dr. Josephine Harris, who is the president of this network. Thank you, Dr. Josephine, for coming in and being with us tonight. So, Michelle, you came in here kicking. You were in a slow roll when you came into the network. You knew what you wanted to do. You had yourself together. You knew the things that you wanted to accomplish. And yes, this network will push you. Dr. Nikki Ziegler, who is the founder and the CEO of this amazing network, is a provoker. And she's going to push you, if you're teachable, to get to the next level. So one, I have to give you kudos, because not only were you already where you needed to be and kicking, you let her provoke you into stepping outside and doing some wonderful things. So we're going to talk about leadership, because that is what your forte is. We call you the leadership guru here in the network. So what is some of the qualities that you feel a person needs if they want to get to the point of becoming a leader?
Oh, wow. To be a good leader, actually, you really need to know and understand, first of all, what leadership is. And understanding that leadership simply is influence. And all of us have the ability and the skill sets to be, and we have to develop it and build on it. And also some characteristics that are important for a good leader are integrity, honesty, being open, being teachable, being empathetic, and also being strategic. Those are some very necessary characteristics of a good leader, and in order to be successful. And when I think about my journey in terms of where I am and how I've gotten to where really God, I guess, really has destined me to be, is just doing those things, being open, being honest, operating in integrity. Um, what you see is what you get. And then but also having a heart. You do have to have a heart for people, and that's not easy. It's not easy to be a leader. It really isn't. But I've been very fortunate, and I feel blessed to be able to do what I do.
Yes, and you're really good at it. One of the things that really got me to understand your strength as a leader, and I mean, I hear you talk about it, and I know you know your stuff, but I actually got to see you do it, was when you hosted the Her Awards in St. Louis. And I was really impressed, and I was amazed because you took a demographic and a segment that we weren't in, other than you.
Mm-hmm.
And you turned this into an amazing event. Your leadership was evident through the whole thing, from the food we ate to the amazing people that got the awards to just the whole idea of this event coming together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was a lot of work. Let me say that. It was a lot of work, but I believed in the fact of the network, and the network is about supporting women who are in ministry and in business. And they may not always necessarily get recognized, but then also there are some people who are more known, right, in the community. But for me, it really was about showing love and showering those women with accolades, and just to see their faces and to hear their stories, right? So many of them and their trials and the things that they've gone through. And so it was a lot of work. But again, if you give me a task, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah. You know that. I am well aware of that.
You don't have to tell me how to do it. But, I do need guidance, especially when it's, something like the network where, you want to understand the vision, right?
Exactly.
And so, to catch the vision. But once somebody catches the vision, for me, it's not only catching the vision, but taking it to another level, right?
Right.
Because we can always do things in a way, especially with God. And God is a God of excellence. And so I believe in operating in that way as best I can, knowing that I'm not perfect. But if there's something that we can do to take it to the next level, then, okay, God, then what does that look like? And then let's do that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And here's the other thing. I know that this is a network of Christian women in business and ministry, but you are also a minister.
Yes. Yes,
So tell
I
us a little bit about that.
Oh man, I have been a minister for a very long time. Probably almost, I want to say 20 years or more. And I really do. I love God. I love God. I love serving in the church. I love seeing people come to Him, people being delivered and set free, and just really creating and having their own relationship with Him, because He's awesome. And I don't do anything without Him. And I know that. And I give Him all the honor and all the glory for every single thing in my life, because without Him, I'm nothing. So, yeah, I love
Awesome.
it.
Yes. And and that's what makes this network so amazingly unique. God is in the center of all our lives. But I'm going to take a moment. We know we have some Facebook users on here. I don't see a name for somebody, but it says hello, ladies. Then we have Lakeisha Burrows, who's saying good evening, all. I see another hello, queens. So I am glad you guys are coming in the audience. Tag, share, let people know that we're here so they can hear from the amazing master coach, Michelle Martin Bonner. And we're going to keep talking about leadership. So tell me you told us about the integrity. You told us about the things we know that is needed. So, what are some of the common challenges that you face as a leader, or that in general seem to be challenges for people that are in positions of leadership? Other than the fact, like you got people like me who give Dr. Nikki a hard time. We have people, but everybody has a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
For,
Most
for,
definitely.
for this leadership, for this network, me, it was like, it's going to be too many women. I can't do it. But Dr. Nikki handles it so well in her position of leadership. But tell us about some other challenges and things that people face as leaders, because I'm sure there are many people in the audience who want to move into a leadership position, have a leadership role, maybe need to connect with you so you can be their leadership coach. So let's talk about what it takes to be a leader and your challenges.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna go across disciplines. So I'm a leader in my church, and even in that, right? So I'm a leader and really pretty much my pastor's right hand. And so I'm a bishop, my pastor, and they're brothers. So in a close-knit church, leadership can be challenging, right? And so, but I was very fortunate and very blessed that for whatever reason, they just took a liking to me. And they really just embraced me and adopted me. And then I took those same things that you talked about. It was like I came prepared, right? I came with certain skill sets, but then learning how to operate within that organization and be a leader. And I've been a leader for a very long time. So I'm actually over our ministry resources, which is like our HR for our ministries and things like that. And so the challenges are working with all those different mindsets, all those different individuals who are coming, with different ideas about what it means to be a leader. Some of them have never been leaders before. And, people coming into leadership roles in the church is a little bit different than in the workplace because there are different skill sets, right, that are being looked at in terms of what it means to lead, and particularly lead a ministry. And so the challenges are really dealing with those different spirits, but then also trying to be mindful of how to handle those souls because they're still souls, and then trying to get them to really operate at a level where the church is growing and they're attracting people to God and remembering that it's about God. And so that can be a challenge. Those are some challenges.
Absolutely.
that I face, but then also in the workplace. Again, my work is around helping people be inclusive, HR, professional development, all those things, right? But they all intersect. And so really helping people understand how to value each other.
Right.
That's a challenge because people have different agendas. They have personal agendas, they have professional agendas, and they come to work with these agendas. And so having to navigate that, but then also trying to help them understand that ultimately, at the end of the day, we all have a common mission. And getting them to buy into that mission and bring the skill sets that they have, but then also to accept and receive what other people bring to the table as well. And so that's where in these challenges for me, some people look at me and say, how does she do that? Right? Or how does she get people to do things? Right. It's that intersection of my HR, my ministry, it's my career, it's vocation. It all comes together because it all meets the need. And ultimately for me, it's about helping people be their best, helping them be their best in life and in their careers or whatever journey it is that they are on. And so that's how I deal with and face those challenges. The other thing I try to do is to not take things personally, because if I took things personally, I would never get anything done. I would never be able to lead anybody anywhere if I took everything personally. And so as a leader, you just can't. And so to overcome those challenges, you have to know who you are. You have to know your value. You have to know your worth, but then also know what it is that you're trying to get accomplished. And then what's the goal? What's the objective? And then getting that buy-in, right? Getting that buy-in so that you have the influence. And so I like to influence quietly and from behind the scenes. And so even this being in the front, this is not what I normally do. And so, but I've been provoked. I've been provoked from behind the scenes. share and really help others. And that's what I really do. I really enjoy doing that. And so that's how I overcome a lot of those challenges. I take everything God has given me. So one of my affirmations, but then also part of my merchandise line is Psalms 23:1. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. And so he's given me everything that I need in order to do what I need to do. And so I just have to figure out what tools are in that toolbox that I can bring out and use. But it's really nothing new.
That's true. And as long as we're led by God, we know that we're walking down the right path into our purpose and into our destiny. You know, that's real big with me. So you just are a dynamo within what it is that you do. So can you told us how you do it. You told us some of the challenges. How do you get to foster innovation and creativity when you're bringing people together as leaderships? So when I say that, I'm prefacing that to say, if I hired you to become my coach because I want to get into leadership, tell me what I would expect. Tell me about your business. Tell me what you do.
Well, if you hire me, so one of the things I do is I do an assessment. I do an assessment with my clients to really find out where they are and find out what their skill sets are. And then also, what is it they really want to accomplish? And again, what do they believe about themselves? Because that is a base point for me. And that will help me determine where I need to start with them. And in order to help someone be innovative, well, first of all, you have to listen.
Yes.
Listening to them is very key. And then taking the information that they share with you and then helping them to shape, not telling them what to do, but to come up with their own gifts, their own talents, and tap into what it is that they have that are strengths for them. And then also, what are their weaknesses, right? Because we all have weaknesses. And so saying, okay, this is an area here that you may not necessarily be strong in, but what are some things that we can do to help you strengthen the areas that you're not so strong in? Now, we all lean toward the things that we're good at, that we like, but that's not always what we necessarily need to do. We have to have some balance, right? And so one of the things I do, so I have a free checklist here. You can go on my website.
Well, she's ready. She's ready.
Go on my website at aimempowerment.org, and I do have a free leadership checklist for you. And then I also have an ebook, and it is the Keys to Success in Leadership. And you can purchase that on my website at aimempowerment.org. And I also do individual sessions, and then I also do large client-based consulting as well. And so if you would love to learn a little bit more about leadership, go on my website and get my checklist. And again, I'm so happy. I mean, I'm just excited to be here with you, but just remember that we all have a leader inside of us. It doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't mean if you're a teacher or a minister, whatever it is, we all have a leader in the inside of us. And we just have to learn how to tap into that, know what our value is, know what it is that our objectives are, and know that influence is leadership. And we all have influence in some area in our life. And so we just want to make sure that we're doing it, and we're doing it in excellence, and we're doing it with God.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I want everybody to listen to what she just said. There is a leader in each and every one of us. We just have to tap into what that strong point is, that your leadership quality is, and where you're moving. And it's true, because someone said, I had a lady I was talking to in a conversation, and she said, I'm just a housewife. And I looked at her, I said, no, honey, you're the CEO of your home. And she just looked at me. I said, you're making dinner menus, lunch menus, making the kids go to school. Your husband is happy. You're taking. I said, who handles the bills? You or him? She says, I pay the bills. I said, you're making bills are paid on time. You are the CEO of an operation. And if you can run a household and keep it running smoothly, then you can run a business.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
Don't
she said,
minimize. Don't minimize,
yes,
right?
I said,
Things that you
everything that
do.
we do is important. God gives us all value. So I told her, she said, well, my kids are young. I said, your kids are young, but that doesn't mean when they get to the point that they're older, that you don't have the qualifications that you need, maybe with some certifications, maybe with a little, relative training, that you couldn't be running households.
You know what? I love it when people say that, and especially when they do have small children, because those are management skills.
Exactly.
Those are management skills, right? And so getting them to recognize and see that they really are doing things, and those are skill sets that are transferable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are talking today with Michelle Martin Bonner, master coach, leadership guru extraordinaire, and this is her talks with the Herpreneur Network 2024. We are a network of Christian women in business and in ministry, and we are here to push, provoke, and help you reach the pinnacle of what it is that God has for you so that you can walk into your destiny, that you can understand your purpose, that you can find that you don't have to be the borrower, you can be the lender,
That's right. That's
because you're
right.
supposed to be in the forefront. So if you're interested in joining this network, you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse, the herpreneurnetwork.com. We have a dynamic leader. Her name is Dr. Nikki Ziegler. She has a website out there that is called Born to Lead, if you want to know about her and her leadership and the vision that she has for this networks. There are all kind of opportunities. Michelle just mentioned she is an author. We are co-authors on a book, because we just have those opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes, we have those opportunities in this network.
Yeah.
Dr. Nikki is looking for people that want to be a part of an affirmation. We have a strong her retreat where we go out and we relax. We have fun, but we learn all at the same time. We've had it 3 years in a row. It's been in Destin, Florida, but this year we're going to buck tradition. And we're going to go on a cruise to the Bahamas. So if you like to cruise, if you've never been to the Bahamas, we're going to the Bahamas and the Grand Turks, and we're going to have a great time, So go to that Facebook group if you're interested in joining. I just see Lakeisha Burrows. She said, I would love to join and stay connected. Lakeisha, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to see you in this group. We also have another trip that I call it the bucket list trip, because it's been on my bucket list for a couple of years. In 2025, we're preparing now for 2025 because we're going to Dubai. It is going
Dubai in 2025.
Yes. We have another signature event that is called the Her Experience. This year, it is in Houston, Texas. It's going to be May 29th through June the 1st in Houston, Texas. It is an awesome opportunity if you are a public speaker. We're looking for speakers. If you are a business owner or you have a boutique, whatever that business is, we're looking for vendors. There's a plethora of workshops that's going to be done. We're going to sell things and we're going to have fun. We're going to do it in Houston this year in 2025. We're getting ready now so we can go to Dubai. We also have something, and we briefly touched on this, is the Her Awards. One of the things that we have found is that there are a plethora of people all over the United States that are the grassroots of their community.
Mm-hmm.
They're the people that you never hear anybody talk about. They're the people that are making sure that our kids get fed. They're doing extra things for their education. They're opening up businesses and being role models to people. And we never give them the accolades that they truly, truly deserve. Because somebody said to me one day, it's just a small business. In this network, we don't use the word small. Mm-hmm. It's a business. I work a 9-to-5 for a company that I love, which is why I won't leave. But I don't minimize the business that I have. That is my business. because it is mine. So we have Her Awards. So we are looking for people that want to be a part of the Her Awards. If you join this network, you can help us branch out. Michelle helped us branch out into St. Louis. She's the only member we had there. She pulled it off. The team came together. Leadership was there, and it was phenomenal. We've had them in different places. We've had them in Florida. We've had them in California. We've been out to Mississippi. So we are looking to go other places. So this network, if you're looking to show your value, if you're looking to increase your self-worth, you need to join this network.
Yeah. You said something though. Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Small businesses are the core of America.
Absolutely.
Small businesses, and no business is too big or too small. And big businesses grew from small businesses. And so never despise the small things, because God will take that small thing and he will grow it. And as long as you keep him first, you never know. And so I love the fact that in the network, you can find so many different resources and so many different types of businesses, right? I mean, so we have individuals who can help you with Canva, graphic design. We have people who can help you with leadership. We have the Life Christian College if people want certifications, within the network. We have people, who are makeup artists. We have Mary Kay consultants. Just so many different people who have
absolutely. We got boutique owners. We got people that sell jewelry. It's across the board. Personally, I am a business coach. I am also a public speaker coach. If you're looking to start a business, come see me. I'm your girl. We just help each other. And the thing is that God put us in this position so we could help each other, so we could get to where we need to be as a people. And when I say people, I mean women, because we all know that business is usually dominated by the men. You look at 100 major companies across, the CEOs, you're going to have a few women. There are not many, but we are a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly.
And everybody has an idea. And someone said to me, I wanted to do, I can't even remember what she said now. She said, but everybody does it. So I want to drop this nugget in everybody's mind. When you go to the supermarket and you go down the bread aisle, you're going to see 30, 40 different brands of bread. Some are sliced bread. Some are going to be hamburger rolls. Some are going to be hoagie. Some is going to be flavored. Some is not. But every vendor, every brand sells out at that store and is replenished every week or day or whatever.
That's right.
The system is to replenish it. So never think that somebody else is doing it. You have to understand you can do it too, because when God gives it to you, he's going to see it through as long as you trust him to walk forward with it.
That's right. That is so true. So true.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to get back to Michelle now. That's been my little shameless plug for the network and what we do and why we're here. And we're looking for folks and we want you to join. But we like to have a lot of fun. And as you can see, I like to have a lot of fun. So Michelle, we know that you do the leadership. We know that you're a dynamo with that. But tell us some of the things that you do and the value that you have gotten from the network itself.
Oh, wow. The value that I've gotten, some of the things that I've gotten really from the network, and when we talk about being provoked is, and I've had coaches, let me say that I've had other coaches and things like that. But what the value I've gotten out of the network is the relationships. The relationships are very important, very key. There's some wonderful, wonderful women in the network. And when I think about the weapon room, that definitely has added some value to me in terms of, I pray and I pray every day, but to go in the weapon room and to hear the sincerity, seriousness of the women that are praying in the weapon room, but then also the topics that are covered as well, that is definitely valuable to me. But then when we talk about the network from a business perspective, just the tips and tools that come along with being in a network have been helpful in terms of helping me focus on my business in a different way. I mean, because I've had my business, I established my business back in 16 years ago. But it wasn't until the last couple of years that I really, really started to work my business.
Exactly.
And so that is the value that I've gotten out of the network.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's a good point. And I think a lot of us that come into this network have been in that place. I used to like my title, I held the crown for being the oldest person in the network, but Apostle Alicia has dethroned me from my crown. One of the things that I want to say is that it doesn't matter where you are in life. You need to understand that things that you have are gifts and talents for God for you to use, and they are more than likely tied into your destiny and your purpose. You just don't realize it. I talk a lot, good grades in school, except something that was called conduct, that word, I could never get past that. I think I was happy if I got a C, and it was always, she talked too much. But it took a long time for me to understand. It wasn't just that I was talkative. It was a gift. And now I'm a public speaker. It's a gift. It's something that I'm supposed to do. Now I teach people public speaking. It's something that I should have been doing years ago. But I didn't understand then that it was my gift. So sometimes we sleep on the things that we think are small or even a distraction to what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So it's never too late.
That's right.
Every idea has a foundation, and we need to move forward. So that is what we've been talking about here. And Michelle is just someone that was already established that came into this network and found what it is that she was looking for. Personally, for me, I came into this network. I've been in the corporate world for at least 30, 40, about 30. I'm trying to say it, not say it. I've been in the corporate world for a long
time. Yeah,
I have been.
I have too.
I've done extremely well. But I got into this network and I found some value in myself that I didn't realize I had. So it helped me understand why I do excel, because they see it in me and they use it for them. But now I need to use it for me, because that's what God has given it to us, to do.
That was one of the things for me, was I realized that I was using all my gifts and talents for somebody else. And then I was like, wait a minute, you started this 16 years ago. You need to use your gifts and talents for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not just give them away for free.
Yes. And it takes a time. It takes a while to understand that. We don't realize that. I've been walking around years, and I never got to the point where I said I wanted to start a business. The only time I thought about starting a business is I have wide feet. I said I was going to open up a shoe company because I got tired of the old Lincoln lady shoes for people that had wide feet. And then, shoes got more stylish and kitten heels were in style. So that went out the window. But it was never about something that I had inside of me that I needed to have pulled out of me. And I have to give props to Dr. Nikki as the provoker, because she absolutely does that.
Yeah, she does. She does have a way of doing that. She has her moments.
Yeah, she has her moments, but she's good. And we have a lot of fun with it. And in this network, for those of you, when you keep hearing me talk about this network, it doesn't matter if you're straight out of college, if you've never been to school, it doesn't matter if you're 19, it doesn't matter if you're 99. This network is for everyone, because everyone brings value. We talk about things. I listen to some of the younger people, and they talk about the innovation that we have now, and I'm familiar with it. And then I get a kick out of it because they'll say something, and I was like, oh, we were talking about the telephone. And I was like, well, at least you didn't have to do the party line where your neighbors picked up and heard your conversation and your mama knew you were sneaking and talking to your boyfriend before you got off the phone.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's the mix of everybody, the different levels. And we hold each other accountable. And that's one of the things that we learn. And we learn who needs to be at your table. Dr. Nikki liked to say, who's sitting at your table? That is something that the Herpreneur Network has taught me. So tell us what you like to do for fun, Michelle.
What I like to do for fun now is, I always can shop.
After my own heart.
I can always, a good shopping trip will do me good. But now, just traveling with my husband, I think, is the things that help, they make me happy, that I enjoy spending time with my son, spending time with my grandbaby. Those give me joy. I love to do that. I just got back this past weekend from visiting with them, and I love to read. I love to meet, and do different things. But I really like to spend time with my family now. So that's what gives me joy.
Yeah, I understand completely. I do understand. So, with that being said, so you're juggling your job, you're juggling your business, and you've got a family. How has that affected you? Has it been a distraction? Has it been a growth factor? Tell me how that has all meshed together for the good of you as Michelle Bonner, the leadership guru.
It actually has demonstrated and shown me the strength that I have. It also has given me the ability to see how multifaceted I am and what I'm capable of handling. And not to mention also that I also chair the board for an all-girl high school.
I forgot about that.
And ministry at my church, and a mom, a grandma, and work, and my own business. Right. And so when people make excuses, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
There are no excuses.
You understand?
No excuses. And so I've been very blessed, very fortunate to be able to handle and manage a lot. But I feel like, again, God isn't going to give me more than I can handle.
Yes, that is true. Now, you touched on the girls' school. Tell us about that.
So the All Girl High School is a private 501c3 Catholic all girl high school. Mm-hmm. And there's about 125 girls in the school. And actually, the Archdiocese was trying to close the school, and the alumni and community came together and said, no, that's not going to happen. And so they asked me to help them in terms of helping them do a search for a new president. And I did that. And then that turned into, would you chair the board? And so now the school is in good shape. It's exciting, looking to build, move forward, but to the ideal of educating young women continually. So the school has been open for 112 years. And so we're not going to let that 112-year legacy die. It is going to continue. And so that has definitely been a lot of work, but also exciting. But again, doing it with God. Keeping God first. And I remember when they made the announcement and I was there at the school and I asked God, I said, God, because it's my alumni, I said, my alma mater, I said, is my school closed? And he said, no. And so again, he's not going to give you more than you can handle. And he has me in this place. And I see, again, where all of the gifts and talents and all the skill sets and all the experiences that I have, how I can tap into those to help. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. That's amazing. And God will tell us what it is we need to do and push us in that direction, even when we don't want to go. As I like to tell people, I wanted to be like the children of Israel and walk around the mountain for a while.
Oh yeah.
To get where it is that I needed.
Yeah. If anybody had told me that I would be doing this right now, I'd have been like,
exactly.
No. Not.
Yeah, he has a keen sense of humor.
And he got jokes, don't he? God got jokes.
He got a keen sense of humor. He'd be laughing. I know he'd be laughing at me. He'd be like, let me let her have a little fun. And then I'm going to show her what she really need to do. So, yeah.
I'll be like, okay, you know what? That ain't funny, but okay. you laugh.
Right. That's how so I do see some more Facebook users that have come on here that said, hi, ladies. Good show. Love to join you. So we thank you for being on here and watching us tonight. We are on here every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time for Her Talks. Bring your friends, get them interested. Help me get the word out. This is a brand new venture for me because I'm finally using some of that speaking that I got those bad conduct grades for to help facilitate and bring people into awareness of the fact that as a Christian woman in business and ministry, or just a Christian woman that's looking for a sisterhood, when I tell you, I am the one person when they say it's a women's thing, I'm like, no men, I'm not going. Women too messy. But this sisterhood has made me eat my own words. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal sisterhood. So if you're looking for sisterhood camaraderie, just looking for someone that can help you get through. Michelle touched on the weapon room. For those of you that know Clubhouse, we have a room on Clubhouse every morning at 5:30 in the morning. It is called the Weapon Room, the Herpreneur Network Weapon Room. When I tell you it will change your whole life, it can do that. And I will admit, I'm the night owl. I'm usually the person that does the prayer on the third watch. And I'm going to be asleep later into the morning, but God won't even let me rest. So I still do the third watch, and he still wakes me up to get into the weapon room every morning. I may not get there at 5:30, but I get there in time to get what it is that he has for me. And I don't regret it. Exactly. So we have a plethora of Clubhouse rooms as we talk about it. We have another room that's actually in session on Clubhouse right now. It is
marriage is a
four-letter word. It is work. We have single snatch to save with a purpose. We have Christian women in business check-in in the mornings after the weapon room at 9 Eastern, 8 Central Time. So there are so many activities that can help you expand yourself. And most of these things are virtual, so you don't have to get out and leave home. I know we all got spoiled during the pandemic. I certainly did. My prayer to God was, I really don't want to have to ever go back out to work again. And my company was good enough to tell us, you have a choice. You can come to the office or you can work home. And I say, God is good. I did that
all the time. All the time, God is good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So again, I thank you for being on here. But before we leave out of here tonight, Michelle, I just want you to give some closing remarks on you, your business, and the network.
Oh, wow. I think the thing that I wanted to share, I just want to share some tips. These are just some tips that I have, quotes that I have developed over time. And one of them is good leaders operate from a place of mutual respect, not fear. Good leaders don't make excuses. They find solutions. Good leaders acknowledge their mistakes and self-correct. Good leaders don't lie or spew poison. They tell the truth and administer antidotes. Good leaders aren't afraid to surround themselves with people smarter than themselves. We all need to surround ourselves with people who know more than us. Why? Because we don't know everything. Yeah. And if you are looking for some leadership information, some tips, you can go to my website at aimenempowerment.org. Again, I do have a free checklist for you. And then I also have my Keys to Success in Leadership, which is my ebook on leadership. And again, if you are looking to be a part of something that is God ordained and you really are looking for a sisterhood, that was important for me, because when I have all these things going on, I'm not in a sorority, I'm not really in anything else, but something focused on God. And when I heard Dr. Patricia and Queen Margie praying in the weapon room, that was it for me. That is what drew me, was the sincerity and the spirit in which they were praying. And I knew that they were genuine, because there's a lot of stuff out there, and there's a lot of different people out there, and you have to be mindful and use discernment. And so that was it. And so if you're looking for, resources and tips and ways to belong, I would say join the Herpreneur Network, and you won't be disappointed. And again, if you want to know anything about me, you can join me on my website at aimenempowerment.org. You can reach out to me on Facebook, on Instagram, Facebook, I think I said Facebook, and my website, and I'm good.
It's been a pleasure, and you are absolutely right. And again, I'm going to reiterate, if you are interested in joining this network, and there are different levels, there is something in this network for everyone. I know earlier I saw the Jot form come up, so get that information. We have a wonderful, wonderful director of membership, Miss Beatrice Springs. She will be available. There it is. We're bringing up the network again. It looks like we have our founder in the corner somewhere down there listening to the show tonight. So we have a wonderful director of membership. She can answer your questions, Q&A. We're going to start having interest meetings next month. We want to grow, but we don't want to grow just for the sake of growing. We want to grow because we want to help cultivate each other. We want to have experiences that we would never have. Dubai's been on my bucket list. Yeah, eventually I would have gotten to Dubai, but what a better way to go than with a group of Christian women where I'm going to have the opportunity to speak internationally. I'm a public speaker. I'm going to get to be an international speaker. You know, there's all kinds of opportunities. There's so many people that you can meet, and it's taught us the value of what you have to do. You know, me, I go to the supermarket. I might say hello to 3 people because I know them, and I wave at the people that I know in the store, and I'm not going to hold a conversation. But it has gotten to the point where it's like you have to expand. People don't know what's out there unless they tell them. So our illustrious founder has us on a mantra to meet X amount of people in the course of a year, X amount within the course of a day. And I've gotten better at it. I've learned how to carry your business cards with you. It's like, where are your business cards? We went somewhere one day and she said, where are your business cards? I was like, at home. And that was in the beginning, and she just looked at me and shook her head. But you have to be available to folks because they don't know the value that you bring. No matter what it is that you do, they don't know the value that you're going to bring unless you can show it to them.
That's right.
So I'm going to thank everybody for being here tonight. Again, if you're interested, join us. Go to the Facebook page. It's got about 4,000 people on it. See what is out there. See what we do. And if you want to join, let us know. Because this network, God put this network here so that people like me and Michelle and you, people who say, I want to do this, but I don't know how. He gave us a tool. This is a tool. It's a network. It's a lot of fun, but it is really a tool so we can do God's work in God's kingdom.
That's right.
So, Michelle, it has been my pleasure to have you on here tonight. It's always fun talking to you. It's been my pleasure for everyone to be here tonight. Again, if you're interested on being in this show, you can reach me at house like you live in. That's my name. House at theherpreneurnetwork.com, and let us know that you're interested in being a part of being on this show. You can also reach me there if you just got a question. If you didn't get the link to join, you want some more information, I have no problem making sure we get it to the right people within this network.
Awesome. That's great.
And with that, I'm going to say good night to everyone. Thank you to Michelle, and I will see you next week on the Herpreneur Network Talk Show. Her Talk is on for tonight.
Love you.
Thank you. Mwah.